Hey guys, Carter here with Patriot Training Center. Today I'm going to be showing you how I zero at 100 yards. I'm going to zero this Vortex Razor Gen 2 at 100 yards. I like the 100 yard zero for my mid-range guns. I shoot this gun out to like 400 yards. The cool thing about the 100 yard zero is you only have to account for holdover for the most part with 5.56. So pretty much any distance I'm going to shoot at that's not from that like 80 to 100 yard range, I'm going to have to hold over, but I don't have to calculate for any hold under, which is nice. So the biggest thing with zeros is it doesn't matter what distance you zero at, you just need to know where your gun is hitting at all those distances. So what I like to do is find an ammo that shoots well. I shoot with that ammo, dial my gun in, get it zeroed, and then I shoot at different distances and record how it's doing. I need to know where my gun is hitting at all distances. Just target at 7 yards. That's how I start out. The reason I start out at 7 yards is so I don't have to back up to 100 and wish and hope that I'm on paper. Other people do bore sighting. I just find this easier because I can get it pretty dang close with this, and then I back up to that 100 yards and actually confirm it. The one thing is we're not going to be adjusting really for elevation here. Elevation is what is up and down because that's going to vary depending on your distance. Right now at 7 yards, I'm really just getting it close with my elevation for what I know my holdover should be. And then I'm going to adjust for my windage here. So left to right. So if I'm super far left, then I'm going to crank it and get my windage right, because that shouldn't change a whole lot when I back it out to 100. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot a 3-shot group on this target and just see where I'm at. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so I was using this as my point of aim. I like, on these targets especially, I like to find a point like on the edge right here to get something super refined. Sometimes it can get busy in this area right here, so I choose a point on the target that's really refined. That way I can get a good group. So as we see right here, I'm shooting a little bit to the right. If I were to back this out to 100 yards, it would be like over here, maybe even off the target. At 7 yards, it's not that bad, but when you're really close like this, it's just a little bit, but when you back it up, it'll be dramatic. So my elevation isn't terrible, actually. That's pretty good because I'm gonna have a holdover. This optic is a little bit higher, so I'm gonna have a holdover. So I will have to account for that if I have to take those short shots, like in the 7 yard range. But I'm going to go ahead and move it to the left. I'm going to go 6 or 7 clicks, and then we'll see where I'm at. So here I have my adjustment dials. Pull my dial caps off, and I have my windage on this side and my elevation on this side. So as you can see here, it says right with an arrow, and I'm gonna go in left, so I'm gonna go opposite. So I'm actually gonna go 6 clicks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now let's shoot it again and see how much of a difference it made. Okay, so I shot 3. I put one right here, and then I kind of pulled this one over. I still think it needs to go a little bit more to the left, so I'm going to go like 4 more clicks to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the top of the target, just so we can have a little bit better. This is kind of getting busy right here, so my point of aim is going to be right here. Okay. Two holes, I guess. Okay, so right here, I'm pretty close. I might go a couple clicks to the left, but I'm close enough that I'm going to go ahead and back it out. So I put two in almost the same hole, and then this one was kind of a bad shot. But when you're standing, it is a little bit harder to group them super tight, but remember, at this distance, you're just trying to get rough. So this was my point of aim. I'm still pretty good on elevation, but I might have to adjust to the left a little bit more, but it's pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead, back out to 100 yards because I should be on paper now, and we'll see where I'm hitting. So now I'm going to shoot my 100-yard string of fire. I'm going to go ahead and shoot 3 rounds just to see where I'm at. If I can't get any real data on that, I'll shoot 5. Basically, the basics for shooting at 100 yards, I like to shoot prone. Get in a good stance, find your natural point of aim, something in a comfortable position where you can get this rifle as steady as possible. And then for me, I like using a bag because I can get a little bit extra stabilization, but I'm still shooting in a pretty realistic position. I don't love the bench rest zero process just because there's it can, you know, that's not the way I'm going to be shooting in real life. So I like to get in the prone and then have a little bit of extra bag. You know, that's pretty realistic because I could use a backpack or whatever in real life. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this at 100 yards and see where I'm at, and then we'll make our adjustments from there. Might have pulled that last one, we'll see. Okay, so I went and shot my first group of the day. Not very good for what I usually do, but I'm all in here. It's probably a few inches, which isn't great, but I can already tell that I'm pretty high either way, so I need to go down a few inches. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to go down, we're going to try 5 clicks and see where I'm at from there. But yeah, this is not a great group, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot again after I make those adjustments on a new target, and we'll see where I'm at. Okay, so I made my adjustments. I went 5 clicks down, so we're going to see where I'm at. Hopefully I can tighten up this group a little bit. So I made the adjustments. It did bring it down quite a bit. This was my point of aim right here, so it's dang near on elevation. It just needs to come to the right a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and make my adjustments. I need to go about an MOA, maybe a little bit more, like maybe 3 clicks. We'll see. So I'm going to go 3 clicks to the right and see where that puts me. Okay, so now that I think I'm really close to zeroed, I'm going to shoot a 5-shot group just to double check myself, and then we're going to see where we're at. So let's get started. Let's go take a look. Okay, so I got my 5-shot group. I have these 3 right here that I'm going to call my 0. These both felt pretty good, and you know, they're decently close. This is my point of aim, so I'm just kind of splitting the difference. I had a couple flyers in here, which is interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and call this my 0 because I was getting pretty close already, and I made the exact adjustments that I thought. So fist size group at 100 yards right here. I had 2 flyers, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this 0 because these 3 are looking really good, and these are the ones that I felt good with. So yep, there you go. That's how I zero for 100 yards. Let me know in the comments how you guys like to zero, and if you guys have any questions, I look forward to training with you out here at Patriot Training Center, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.